Okay, so I'm going to Salem manufacturer. I think it's in Goshen, Indiana. I don't know if you say Goshen or Goshen, but yeah, going to pick up a trailer there. About a half hour out right now. Weather is beautiful, sunny, almost too sunny. Got my sunglasses on and I still squinting sometimes. Missing my tinted windshield that I used to have on my other truck, but not looking to get DOT ticket for that, so this truck won't be getting it. This trailer is going to Sterling, Illinois. It is pretty windy today. I think it's like close to 35 mile an hour gusts. So, like I mentioned yesterday's video, going to that Sterling dealership, you go through like DeKalb, Illinois, all that, like past that area. A lot of cornfields, so I'm guessing the wind will probably be worse out in that area. I shouldn't need any fuel because my Edge CTS3 is telling me I'm basically at 69%, so I'll probably be 65 or so when I pick up the trailer. But I'm guessing, so with 65%, that would get me, that should no problem get me to the dealership and back home. But I'm gonna be willing to bet that if it's windy and if I get into a headwind at all, I'm probably gonna get some pretty poor fuel mileage. I'll probably end up having to stop. We'll see. But I have actually picked up here before. It's either gonna go, well, I've only picked up here twice and it wasn't great either time. First time, because you go to like the main office and then sometimes they will send you to an off-site lot. That first time I picked up a trailer here, it was like almost a half hour drive from lot to lot. So that was pretty crappy. And then when I got there last time, the guy was on lunch break and I had to wait for him to get back to bring me the trailer. So hopefully it won't be that bad. The last time it wasn't terrible. The last time it wasn't terrible because the camper was at the office location. But I had a hard time finding it because it's a big lot and there was a lot of trailers in there. So it still took me a little while, but much better than having to drive like almost a half hour to another lot. So hoping that it's a quick and easy pickup, and praying that the snow or the wind isn't too terrible, because it can make for a rough ride. I've had some pretty nasty winds heading out to this dealership before, where I was getting like 40 mile an hour winds, and it definitely makes for an eventful drive for sure. But we'll see. And then, like I said, I don't think I'm going to try to run anything else this weekend. I think I'm going to take the weekend and then I'll just run next week, as long as we got the loads. So I'll do a video once I pick up the trailer. I think I'm getting like a 26 footer, but I don't know for sure. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Alright, so you can kind of see what the process here is. So this is one of the many lots that they have, and now I'm just driving around looking for the VIN number. They got it stickered on the front, but there's no they don't have any rhyme or reason to where they put these things, as far as I can tell. So you just kind of, I know I'm looking for a Salem, not a Wildwood. It looks like they're both in here, but the Wildwood is like a gold front sticker. This is, the Salem's blue, so at least I can look at that. But just basically driving around until I find it. It was actually really hard. I've never been to this lot. It didn't work out in my favor, like I was saying in the earlier video. It was not at the excuse me, it wasn't at the original pickup location where you pick up the paperwork. So it was at an off-site lot that they sent me to. It was a half hour to get there, which stinks. But the only positive to it being a half hour from where the office pickup paperwork location was is that this is like closer to the highway, so I think I'll just get out of here and jump on the highway, so maybe I'll be okay as far as like timing goes. But and I guess at least looks like they might have plowed this lot a little bit versus what I dealt with yesterday. But I am having trouble finding my unit. And actually, kind of funny, I thought I knew where the lot was because I had passed by a lot, and so I was like, oh, I know where that's at. It's right by the highway, and I literally pulled into a gated lot. The gate was open. Started looking for my unit, and I'm like, oh, these are not Forest Rivers. I was in a different manufacturer's lot. So I realized it, and I was like, well, I better get out of here, get to the lot that I got to go to. And I went to get out, and the gate had closed behind me. It was like an electronic gate. I couldn't get out. It didn't have a sensor to pull up and open, and the guard shack, well, I thought was the guard shack, was empty. So I'm like, well, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. But there was a camera, so I'm guessing, because I sat there in front of the gate for a little while and it didn't open. So there was a camera, so I'm guessing a security guard must be watching it, and maybe he realized I was at the wrong place, or whatever the case might be. But the gate, I started to back up and go to a different gate, and it opened for me. So I got lucky because I didn't know what I was going to do there. But I'm not getting lucky. That's not what I need. I thought it was. Nope. It's close. That's 192. I need 172. It's probably going to be like the last trailer that I go by. That's usually how it works out. So yeah, I'm as much as I don't like Coachman, Forest River is worse as far as like finding your unit and stuff. Jayco really has their stuff together. Like when you go pick up at Jayco, it's such a smooth process. Not that I like to talk bad about like manufacturers or anything, but I much prefer, if I got to go to the manufacturer, let me pick up at Jayco, because yeah, I don't know where my unit is. I just drove around this entire lot, don't see it. It's been 45 minutes since I picked up the paperwork now, and normally I would already be back on the highway headed to destination, and I haven't even found my trailer yet, which sucks. I did see some trailers that were up over here to the left, so maybe that is where it's at. Ugh. This parking lot's brutal. It's just like gravel and dirt underneath the snow, but it's making for a rough ride. Let's see, it's probably one of these that I could have just grabbed. Let's hope at least, because I don't see any other trailers. Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh, there's a whole nother lot back there. Well, let's see if we can get around the semi truck and see if it's in this other lot. Yeah, when you pick up at these manufacturers, the parking lots are pretty bad. Like, you gotta watch what you're running over, unless you're looking to get a tire fixed. But, yeah, so this is kind of the process. This is why I like kind of picking up at our storage lot the best, because it's not as big, and you just kind of find your trailer, and it doesn't take long. But I understand that. I think the process is like, if we move them to that lot, there's like a fee. Obviously, you got to pay the transfer. Like, you get $30 to take them from here to our storage lot. So obviously, like, the owner of the company has to pay that versus just leaving it here. So I'm sure like that's part of it. And then you have to pay to store them at the lot. So I don't know who pays that fee, but there's a cost associated with it, obviously. So it makes sense from a business perspective to have you pick them up here. It's just from a driver, kind of sucks. But let's see if we can. I'm running out of options here. Might have to go back to the security desk if I don't find my trailer soon, because I don't see it anywhere. Man, I'll probably have to do like a whole nother drive around if I don't find it. Let's see, is this it? Nope. Running out of units to check. Like, these ones are like covered in snow, so I can't see if it's a Wildwood or what I'm looking for. So I just gotta check every VIN. Oh, this is not good. I don't know if I checked. I don't think I checked the ones over there. So I'm gonna go check these ones real quick. Let's see if it's. I can't read it from here. I'm gonna have to back up to it. Please be this one. Nope. I don't. There's like a couple units in the front that I didn't drive by. That maybe that would be my luck. Would have been like the first ones. I was trying to get out of the way of that semi driver, and 179. Man. All right, let's go back to the front and see. There might be another lot over here somewhere. I don't know. I might have to drive further in and see if there. I think I hit the horn just now. I have to drive further in and see if there's a further lot, but I don't think there is. So yeah, it looks like it's ends to the left over here. Make sure I don't get hit by a fork truck. Alright, go around this guy. I'm gonna check these ones up at the front here, and if those are not it, I'm gonna do there's some, man, that would be bad if it's those ones. I'm gonna have to get out and check. There's some that are behind some other trailers. That would actually be my luck, that I have to move some trailers to get to the ones I need. Let's see if this is mine. 436 122. That's not it. 436. I'm looking for 436 172. I'm gonna double check and make sure they didn't misprint on that label, because that seems awfully close. Let's go double check the actual VIN. Although this looks to be maybe a bigger trailer than what I'm grabbing. I think I'm only grabbing a 26 foot. Where's the VIN? Nope, that's stickered right, so it's not my unit. Alright, other than rechecking all the units, the only ones that I gotta check now are the ones that are literally. I accidentally shut the camera off. So yeah, I'm gonna go check the ones that are kind of buried behind some other ones. I don't know if I can ask that forklift driver to move a trailer for me. If he's out there, I think I might. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to hook up to that, move it, and then come back and hook up to the one I need, which if I have to, it's not the end of the world, but this is a pretty full lot, so I'm not really sure. Let's go see if these are the ones I'm looking for. I made the mistake of wearing Hey Dudes again. Nope, this isn't my trailer either. Well, either I missed it or they don't, the trailer's not here. There was another driver that went into that lot over there, so I'm gonna go back to the first lot that I started at and see if maybe I just missed it. Let's check these ones again. I don't think that's it. That's 4.3. That looks like. I'm gonna have to like actually get out and start checking all these VINs, I guess. I think I'm just gonna park my truck and start walking in this nasty snow. That one's 436 152. I need 172. Oh man, this sucks. Maybe I can see this VIN. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out, I guess, start walking. I will update once I find it. Okay, I am on the road. Sorry I didn't do a walk around of the trailer when I finally found it and hooked it up. There was another transporter that she was hooking up a trailer right by me, and she couldn't get out until I got out. So I just wanted to get moving as quickly as I could, so I wasn't holding her up. I did finally find the trailer. I must have drove past it the first time, but it was in the first lot that I was at. So I got it hooked up. It's really tight in there, especially with like a truck that's as long as mine with the 4-door long bed. Like I know that's probably what most of the transporters are using, but it was tight getting in and out of there, and there's a lot of trailers there, so I mean that's a good sign they're building a lot of travel trailers. And they had them packed in there like sardines. So got it out, got it, had to stop by security and have them double check everything for me. So I did that, and I'm on my way. Got a little bit under 3 hours left for my drive. I think I've been driving about an hour. I think it's like a 4-hour drive from Middlebury there. But it puts me at the dealership. It says like 3:30, a little after 3:30, but I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be like closer to 4 because the wind is gusting. It says like 35 miles an hour, but I'm pretty sure once I get west in Illinois, it's gonna probably spike up higher than that. Even the 35 is pushing this trailer around a little bit. Most of the semi trucks are driving a little slower right now too, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to run 70 the whole way there. Probably closer to 65, 60. So, but should still, I think, close. The dealership closes at 5. I hate to get there right when they're closing. But it looks like I'll be there between 3:30, 4 o'clock, so they shouldn't be too upset or anything like that. I haven't been to this dealership in a little while, but the one that I go to in Elkhorn, they kind of know me now, and then the one that I go to in Slinger, they've gotten to know me a little bit. And like Elkhorn, when I dropped off there the last 2 times, the lady that does it, she she didn't even bother coming outside. She just signed it, gave it back to me. She's like, oh yeah, you know, I know you. So, and then with the Slinger one, she comes out, but she doesn't check it. It just takes her pictures and just says, all right, go ahead. So it's good when you start to build up these relationships. It speeds up the time that it takes to drop off, because I mean they could ask you to leave it hooked up and do their full inspection, and you know, then you're sitting there for 20 minutes or whatever. But and I have had that, you know, certain dealerships will ask me to leave it hooked up while they do their inspection and stuff like that. So, and they'll go inside and look at everything and do their outside inspection. But you know, starting to build those relationships and stuff, and they get to know that you're taking care of the campers when you're bringing them. So that's nice. But yeah, today's rough. I lost, you know, what usually takes me a half hour to hook up was about an hour and a half project today, between getting the paperwork, driving the half hour to the other lot, having a hard time finding the camper, and then my little mishap with going to the wrong lot and getting locked in there. It put me pretty far behind. I was going to be able to I would have been probably at the dealership at like, you know, 2:30ish, which would have put me home like probably well before 5, maybe 4:30, 4:45. Now I'm probably pushing like 6 o'clock home, which is fine. I don't really have anything that I have to rush home for or anything like that. But you know, when obviously the more hours it takes to do the job, the less money I make per hour. I still make the same amount of money, but you know, I like to break it down to the hour, and not getting paid as much per hour on this run. But hopefully next week will go smoother. All right, here's a walk around of the trailer. It's let's see, 6389 dry weight and 32 foot 9 inches long, and I could definitely feel it in the wind today. No damage on the unit though. Just getting ready to drop it off here in Sterling, Illinois. And this is a pretty nice trailer. I like these little lights that they have on the side here. Got 2 of them. Looks pretty nice. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get it dropped off. Alright, got that unit dropped off, and headed home. Be home by about 6 p.m. So later than I wanted, but it took a lot longer to get that unit than I thought it was going to, and that's okay. But another quick drop off, which helped me out, because the lady recognized me. I had been there before, so she did a really quick check-in, didn't go in the unit or nothing, just signed off and gave it to me. So I was able to get moving kind of quick, and yeah, I ended up having, but I stopped, there's like a Scooter's Coffee, and I had been, every time I go there, I want to stop, because I've been to Scooter's before, so I did pull in, I grabbed a coffee for the way home, and then I did have to stop and get fuel, because the wind was a killer the last like 50 miles. I probably used more fuel in the last 50 miles than I did in the previous 100 miles. It just, the wind picked up a lot, and I could just pretty much watch the gauge start going down. Yeah, so I did end up stopping to get fuel, so taking a little bit longer to get home. And man, the fuel prices, they seem to have gone up a little bit. It was almost $4 a gallon at the trucks. I know that right off the highway, the truck stops are usually a little bit more money. And I gotta check, because the last couple times I filled up with the Open Roads app, I feel like the price that I'm seeing on the app does not reflect the price that I'm getting charged. Like, I'll have to see what this one calculates out at, but it was saying, I think, like $3.34 a gallon is what I was gonna pay, and at the pump it's like $3.95 or something like that. So I'll have to see what the receipt says. But I feel like when I filled up yesterday, I think it was yesterday that I filled up in Wisconsin, when I looked at the receipt, like in the app today, I think it was like quite a bit more expensive than what it said it was going to be on the app. So we'll have to see, because I passed up getting fuel right in town of Sterling where I dropped off. They had a station there for like $3.50, because I was looking at the app and I saw that the Love's right off the highway, I was going to get it for $3.35, so I figured I might as well. I prefer to fill up at truck stops if I can, just because I feel like the fuel is getting used more and it's probably better fuel. And then also it's 15 cents a gallon when you're putting in 40 something gallons. It's it adds up. So I'll have to check and see if I actually did save any money or if the app is messed up. But I guess we'll report on that later on, because it won't update right away. But we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it seems like fuel prices are on the rise, which kind of stinks, because I feel like I was getting fuel as low as like $2.85. I remember in Wisconsin with the Open Roads app, and then it's not anywhere near that now. So hopefully this is like a temporary spike and it'll start coming back down. But also, I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna run, how I'm gonna run next week, because it's supposed to be like brutally cold. And I'm not sure if I wanna run because of like diesel fuel gelling and stuff. I've had fuel gel in two of my diesels before. One time a couple years ago, it gelled overnight at my house, even with like fuel stabilizer in it. And the truck just wouldn't start. But then years ago, I remember we had like -17 temperature, and I was on my way to work in the morning, and my truck just kept cutting out, and I'd end up getting it towed to a Ford dealership so they could swap the fuel filters, because I wasn't about to do it on the highway on my back in -17 degrees. But so I'm not sure if I want to push that or not. Let me know what you guys think. If you're transporters, are you guys going to run this upcoming week in the real cold, or are you maybe going to try to hold off and just wait for the weather to warm up a little bit? I'm sure if I get fuel at like truck stops and stuff, it probably won't be gelled when you get it, but I'm just worried about sitting like overnight, stuff like that. And I can't really leave it running at my house. It's too loud. And I don't, if you're at like a truck stop and you're a RV transporter or just a hot shotter in general, I would probably just leave the truck running. And if you live like maybe remote area, that wouldn't be a bad idea to leave it running during the cold. Unless you can get it into like a heated shop, obviously that would be ideal. My garage isn't heated, and my truck would not fit in my garage anyways. It's too long, so it's probably too tall as well. So I that's not an option for me. But yeah, let me know what you guys are gonna do with your diesel trucks in the cold this week. Should make for a pretty gnarly cold start video though, so we'll probably do that. See how loud she is and how much it smokes when it's like -10 out. But yeah, I got that delivered. I should be done for the weekend. I don't think I'm going to try to do anything else. Look out for the video that'll be coming out for the numbers for the week as far as gross revenue and things like that. So, all right, I am going to end the video here.